We see stories in India about people who practice extreme austerities with the idea that it will build up their good karma and make them powerful in the next life. Is there anything to this, or are they just wasting their time?
My opinion is they're just wasting their time, frankly. Austerities are, have some, for instance, fasting has a health benefit. A cleanse every now and again is a good thing. If that's considered an austerity, then sure, that kind of austerity is fine. Regular and rigorous yogic practice for some limited period of time you might call that an austerity, and that also can be extremely beneficial on a lot of levels. I remember there was a whole period in my life where I was practicing yoga 6 hours a day and doing all the advised purification techniques, So, and it was a wonderful period. It was also a period that after, a sort of a while and a change took place, I had to move on from. What is it that actually exposes, us to the deepest, clearest, and, most powerful place inside us? In practicing austerities, what people are saying is build up your willpower. And, I'm asking you, how powerful can your will actually ever be? It is not our will that is ever really powerful at all. And that's another thing that, the whole discussion of free will and incognito raises a question of, is there any such thing as free will anyway? And the likely answer is no. So then austerities are just a waste of time. Beyond the period of their positive impact, health impact, they are a waste of time. And to some degree, the whole tantric tradition is suggesting austerities are a waste of time. You don't see in the tantric tradition the promotion of austerity. You might see the promotion of simplicity for the sake of focusing on, something higher, but that's not really an austerity. That's doing something you love. The most powerful part of a human being is hidden in the chakras. And the activation of these chakras, the awakening of that, deepest inner power, and its emergence through conscious attention, to contact, alignment, and flow, reveals a power in each of us that doesn't do what we want it to do. It has a will of its own. And thank God it doesn't do what what we want it to do. And thank God that it has an intelligence and a will of its own, which will be revealed in its function, not in ours. The autonomy of Shiva, the highest consciousness, the autonomy of the highest consciousness, this is the first principle in our lineage, in our tradition, means our life has a will of its own. And, we're not here to become totally tangled up and trying to force our life to give us what we want. We are here to align our hearts and minds with that higher power that is present within us, and to allow that higher power to guide us in the support of the expression of that deepest inner creative capacity. My own opinion is that forget austerities. Find something, get trained in something. Get trained. Get trained in something that you think that you love or that you can learn to love. There's no job that's all lovable. There's no job that's all lovable. Every job has quite a bit of work in it that you just have to push yourself through. That's part of our human nature, part of life. But getting ourselves trained up in something we can love to do gives us the opportunity to cultivate love every day on every level of our life. And it is that cultivation of love which will bring us into complete alignment with our heart and our mind, our soul and God, and we will be at that point free from every disappointment that our ancestors ever accumulated, and we will be resident in the awareness that is the ultimate abundance and unimaginable possibility in this life. Ta-da!